What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Shishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Men are cowards during breakups. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Men are simple, but when it comes to ending connections with women or severing ties with a woman that they're no longer interested in or never had interest in the first place, they are cowards. That is why more women end relationships than men do. Because again, we are complex and breakups are very complex. Men are simple and don't want the complexities. So if out of nowhere, you see a man start acting funny, moving funny, doing things differently, getting disrespectful, 9 out of 10, that man is just wanting you to break up with him or sever ties with him because again, he's too cowardly to do it himself. Now listen to these men say exactly what I said.
What do you do normally to break up with women?
I just get blocked.
What happens?
It depends. Different strokes with different folks. Certain scenarios is a little different than others. So like some, I'll probably just do some no she don't like. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
That's normal dudes should just be a dickhead till she dump you.
Like I'll post.
Yeah, I've never like, yo, I'm out.
You never said I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah, no.
I don't think that's manly.
I get it could be cowardly. I ghost now.
But if you aren't man enough to say, yo, I'm not interested anymore. I've moved on. I'm dating somebody else that I'm interested in. Like, if you're just gonna,
It's too final. It's like actually signing a paper makes it official. When you just fall off, you could bump into her in 6 months and be like, yo, you know I was playing. Like, you know.
See, when I said it, I had men in the comments arguing with me, telling me that I was wrong and it's not cowardly. Telling me that because women are crazy, they want to do it this way. And I'm not saying that they're wrong, because I'm pretty sure there's some women out there that are a little bit unhinged. But what these men say, they agreed. Now they want to keep that door open. See, if you break up with them and they don't break up with you, that means they can say a little bit down the road that, you know, I was just going through a hard time. And, you know, I've been thinking about you and I really want to be with you. You was that one for me. Whole time they was just putting you on the back burner. I mean, y'all do with that what you will, though.
All right, guys, there you go. Here's my question. What do you guys think of that? Here is what I will say. First of all, I will acknowledge this. She is right to an extent, but she's wrong about the reason why men typically, when it comes to connections, guys, the wording here is very important. This context of the guys who were speaking in the video, they were talking about dating. Right? They weren't talking about marriage. And the women's comments, who I'm going to read, these women aren't married. These women are talking about connections, right? Guys who are dating them casually, not taking them serious. Yes, those men typically won't get to the point where they'll sit down and break up with you. And the question is why? Because again, guys, a lot of women can relate to this, because the guys they chase after and eventually realize like, hey, you know, this guy's playing me. This guy is just using me. Why didn't you just tell me that you weren't interested in the beginning? Well, because he wanted the cheeks for as long as possible. And you might be sitting there and say, wow, that's terrible. Maybe. But when it comes to these conversations about intersexual dynamics, we have female nature and then we also have male nature. I remember hearing this concept for the first time. And this is to address the point of, are men cowards in most cases when they do this? These men who don't break up with you because they don't want to do it. They want you to do it. They don't really want it to end. Why? Because they want to spin the block. Are they cowards for not just saying that? Well, if you're only looking at this from the context of virtue and the right thing to do, if you want a healthy relationship, exclusive relationships, it's real hard for people who only see that lane when it comes to dating. It's real hard for them to understand that there are other women and men out here who are just dating for fun. When women tell you, oh, I was having fun in my 20s through 25, no one bats an eye. They're just like, yeah, girl power, do you. When guys finally get some money in their pockets and some status and they're like, I'm just having fun dating. Now it's like, oh, you terrible person. What are you doing out here dating women for fun? You should be wifing them up.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
But you guys got to remember that not everybody has the same goals when it comes to dating. Somebody might be in a season where they're just dating. Somebody may not see marriage as an option in the future. And I'm getting somewhere here. A lot of these guys, they're stringing you along and they don't want to break up with you, not because they're cowards, but because they want to enjoy the benefits of smashing for as long as possible. That's what it is. I think Alpha Male Strategies put it best. Shout out to Alpha Male Strategies, man. when he said men and women are different. And he explained it in this way. Women are cutthroat and men are greedy. At least that's the first time I heard that concept, and I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. You think about it this way. When a woman is out here dating, and let's say she runs into a guy and she sees him and that hypergamous nature kicks in, which is nature of women, right? Neither bad nor good. She may look at that man and say, you know what? That man would treat me better, or he says he would, right? He's talking to her on the side and she's in a vulnerable place in a relationship. If that chick starts entertaining that man and that man proves to be better than her from her perspective in her eyes, women are cutthroat. And the fact that they will not think twice about either cheating on you or leaving you if they see somebody who is their soulmate, right? Meant for them. They don't regret that. They leave fast, not slow. This is why I shout out to my comment section. A guy left this comment. I said, yeah, spot on. He said, when a woman cheats on you with the other guy, she stops having sex with you. She stops sleeping with you. Why? Because by nature, she's emotionally more tied to that man. She gets that higher bonding chemical. That is her new man now. That's that hypergamous nature. Women attach themselves to that man. That is my man. I'm talking about when she believes and is generally attracted to that man. She's not seeing anybody else. When that man has her mind, when you have a woman's mental attraction, she just sees you. And it's good when you're that guy, but it's also brutal when you were that guy until that hypergamous nature starts to kick in. You know, these are the kind of like the brutal sides of like female and male nature. Now, men differ. Men are different, not cowardly. They are different in the sense that if a man meets a woman who he may look at and say, you know what, you are worth dating, investing into, me spending time with you. You know, I want to get to know you better. And then he finds out that you're a crazy modern woman who drinks tea.
No, I'll have a tea actually.
And luck happens to be on his side and he meets a chick who, you know, she's not wifey material, but she's better than you. He's not going to put a ring on it, but damn, he enjoys hanging out with her way more than you. He's not going to say to himself, a man's not going to say, let me fill in my Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays with that chick instead of the other one. He's going to try to rationalize how he can have both. And that is until you figure out that your time is being rationed or being shared. A lot of times in these situations, that's how these things happen. Men in general aren't cowards when it comes to breaking up. A lot of times, especially when it's dating casually, they're just greedy. They want it all. They want all the women. They don't think, how can I have one? They think, how can I maintain both of these chicks together, right? And I don't think that's a fair thing label to place on the average man, because the average man isn't out here dating women to that extent, getting access to women to that extent. Now, of course, there are other things like women being more emotional, etc. And I think when we move over to like marriage, we have different factors in there that also contribute to why women initiate divorce, it being more advantageous for them, etc. Right? Let's check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. First comment here from a woman says, men do not close doors, only women do that. Another comment here says, TikTok makes me see men and not like them. Next comment here says, the fact that one of them is in their 40s says a lot. You see, guys, she's shaming this man for out here just dating and not wanting to commit and get married because he's in his 40s. But let a 40-year-old woman who's unmarried, strong, and independent get on here. Now we're bowing down to her. Another comment here from a woman says, and that is why I never let them come back. Cap. Cap. When I'm done, door closed. Somebody's coming back. Maybe the majority aren't. I'll give her that. But listen to me very closely. There's always a man. If that woman is available, there's always a man. And sometimes, even if she's committed, there's always that one guy who can come back. Unless you got her mind, she respects you, and as that leader, and she knows that you truly don't need her, right? You're not in that simp situation like Mr. Russell. Another comment here says, they're not cowards. They're manipulators, this commenter says. They stay and mistreat her until she leaves. But if she doesn't, that is his new mode of operation for all. Another comment here says, this right here is why I remain firm. I refuse to go backwards. If they act like they don't want me, I remove myself forever. Yeah, I don't believe you. Another comment says, that's why I'll never let a man spin the block. Come on, man. You know these women are cap dog. Let's get all of you are not letting any of your ex spin the block. You know you're lying.
Women.
It's good shit. Another comment here from another woman says, the fact that this is a tactic to be able to spin the block later is mind-blowing. There you go. Drink that coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Listen, guys stumble on this content, they learn unflattering truths about female nature, that women are never going to love you for who you are. That there's always a percentage of that love that's based on your burden of performance. So yes, you do have to work, because that's how the human race keeps going, right? It's the nature of life. Women have to be attracted to the winners because that's how we keep going as human beings, right? The winners reproduce, etc. So you work, you get better. At the end of the day, there's no effing excuse. And the same way, the harsh realities of male nature, when he is in a good position, when he is at an opportunity where he has access, money, and status, etc., then you're going to deal with the results of wanting that type of man. Everybody gets to drink a little bit of coffee. Guys, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.